All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining Friday Night Forex and Chill. It's May 31st. It's 6 p.m. here in Alaska. I know it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast. I thank all of you for jumping on here on your Friday night to hang out with us. We do the format a little differently. Sometimes we jump on, we have our students to mark up charts. Sometimes we go over from basics to beginners. We take testimonies from different people. And tonight, we're going to cover a few things for the first 30 minutes, and then the young man you are looking at, Marios, he is going to come on. Marios is a mentor of mine. He's a very dear friend. He started trading Forex when he was only 22 years old. And within his first 2 months of private study under iMarkets Live educator Stevenson Lindor, he was able to leave college. He trades full-time now. He supports his family. And he is now an educator for iMarkets Live. He hit his first 6 figures before the age of 23. So we're going to hang out for a few minutes because he's over in Greece and it's early 30 over there. It's late 30 here and early 30 over there. But he's going to join us in about 25 minutes, cover a few charts, and for the advanced traders, he's going to tell us the patterns that we should pay attention to in the market that will help us catch those big moves, the correction patterns and the continuation patterns. But we're going to do a few basic things up front. So if you are advanced, please be patient with us the first few minutes. But I have an announcement to make. As most of you know, a few weeks ago, right after Friday Night Forex and Chill, I woke up to find out my mom had passed that morning. A lot of you reached out to me with prayers and love and support. Some of you even sent me some money. You know, I had just got out here to Alaska, and to my daughter and her husband had just deployed, and she had flown back out to Seattle, Washington, and she had only flown out 3 days before my mom passed, and it was about $5,000 for us to all pack up and go home last minute. So I dedicate tonight's Friday Night Forex and Chill to my mother, Miss Annie Vane Chavis Goins, who left us on May 11th, 2019, the day before Mother's Day. So I just thank you for your love and support, and God bless each and every one of you. I love you and appreciate everything that you did for me. So let's start some Friday Night Forex and Chill. I have some of my team members on here tonight, and I'm going to ask them to say a few things about iMarkets Live and Forex and what it's done for them. Miss Mahogany, would you like to go first? You still here with me? You told me earlier you would be ready to go. If not, Eric, are you there? You want to unmute and go until we get Miss Mahogany back online?
Yeah, I'm Eric Locklear. I'm actually from Gwen's hometown. Since joining Forex or iMarkets Live and trading Forex, I've been able to retire my wife. She's actually home now. I started January 28th trading currency. It allows my family to do more things than what we were able to. I look forward to trading currency every week. I'm actually sitting here now trading crypto. I decided to try this weekend. I went to try crypto to see how it is compared to actual currency.
And how long have you been trading Forex with us in iMarkets Live?
Since January 28th.
And you've already retired your wife from work. So Forex has really been a blessing for you and your family.
Yes. And my wife is actually starting, she's been studying for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and she wants to start trading while I'm at work. She'll trade so we can get me home faster. So
awesome. I'm sure that's a goal you're going to crush. You're doing a great job. How many people in your family are trading now? Do you have other family that you brought into iMarkets Live and Forex?
I have my oldest daughter trading. My father-in-law, I'll say my stepfather's trading. My sister-in-law is trading. My wife's cousin is trading. Her husband's trading. We got quite a few. We just got quite a few people. I'd say there's probably about 8 or 9 different people.
Wow, that's awesome. So this guy has not only changed his life, but he's changing the lives of his family members. When I joined, most of you know, my knee baby brother joined. He became a six-figure earner by following iMarkets Live. Just swing trading at a 0.20 lot size. Some of you don't know what that is, but that's a very meager lot size to hit a six-figure income trading part-time in about a year. And one of my other brothers joined just here this week. I got my daughter joined, and my grandson and nieces and nephews have joined. So someone says they can't hear me. Can you hear me now? All right. So Mahogany says she can hear me. So Mahogany, can you jump on and tell us a little bit about your time with iMarkets Live and what you've been able to do through trading Forex?
Hey everybody, my name is Mahogany Jones. I have had a ride with Forex. When it first was presented to me, I said no to the opportunity because I was trying to get some businesses off the ground, two as a matter of fact. And then it dawned on me, hey, if I'm trying to find capital, I could be my own 400, 500 company and make my own capital. So we soon said yes after my girlfriend's mother came to us with this opportunity. I knew from working in banking, running branches, being a banker, that this is what banks did with their money. So the whole thing about this being something that could make money, and this is what the wealthy does, and the fact that the Forex market was so much bigger than stock market, and again, the fact that the bank does it. I actually had a branch that we actually did the hard foreign currency and we exchanged it for people who came in. And again, I knew how much money it was making our branch. So if I was doing it for myself personally, it seemed like something that would be lucrative. When I first started, and I think it was 2017, time flies by fast. The ending of 2017, I was baby new, lost a lot of money and earned. And not until I was able to find consistency with Gwen and find out how to actually trade as far as top-down analysis to do what traders have been doing before we had all this technology is when I had the most success. Bye, Ma. My mom is here. So me with Forex, it has allowed for us to invest in oil well. I'm hoping to do that some more again sometime soon. Of course, when you do Forex, you're getting money to invest. So we're looking to invest in more real estate and also just to make the money to continue to grow and also to retire my girlfriend. She's the person next in line to retire. But Forex has really been a big force in my life. I tell people that this is nothing that you earn overnight. This is like going to college. We, as Gwen, I love to say this, we go to college, we pay X amount of dollars to go to college, hoping that we get that amount of money back every year. It's something that it's not creating the lifestyle that we wanted. I do want to add, when this was first given to me, at that time in trying to build a business, since we were dishing out money left and right, somebody made a comment about, if you don't have $200 in your bank account as a grown person, then you definitely need to be investing in Forex. And at that time we didn't, because we were putting everything into our business. And it was the not just the knowledge of what Forex can do, but it was just the whole thing of never ever wanting to be in that place of continuing to live paycheck to paycheck that really brought us here. But I'm helping other people grow. I have a little team that's here, and with my team, I'm trying to get them to the same spot that I am and higher. And yeah, Forex has just been something that I do want my family to be introduced. As a matter of fact, Gwen, you said that you were going to share with your nieces and nephews this summer. I actually want to do the same thing for my two little nephews. I'm sorry, my two little cousins. They're very studious and very smart. And so I thought about doing that same thing for them, because if we want to grow generations, we have to introduce this to young ones. But I'm just very excited to be here, and I'm very grateful for you, Gwen, for saying yes and showing up and sharing this knowledge to everybody. you know, that you were one of the reasons why I've been able to turn the profits into larger profits. And I'm just very excited.
Awesome. Thank you for jumping on. Yeah, Mahogany was with me when we first started ForexNChill. We were just friends talking about let's get together, mark up some charts, and we just took it to another level. Okay, we're going to cover, before Marios comes on with the advanced stuff, we're going to cover basic market structure and how the market moves. The greatest tool you will ever have in trading Forex are your eyes. You can look at the market with your eyes and tell exactly what it's doing. But we know that Forex, especially through iMarkets Live, is an education. You're coming to get an affordable education where you don't have school loans, and you want to be able to come through the door making money. So we do have products like the IML harmonic scanner. And I enrolled my grandson and my nieces and nephews this past week because for the summer when they get out of school, I want them to make money. And this is one of the products that coming through the front door, they're going to be able to make money. iMarkets Live gives this to you free with your membership. It tells you when to enter the market and where to get out of the market. And I wanted to sample a few, even though I'm an advanced trader and I make a lot of money by marking up my own charts. I wanted to see exactly what the product could do for myself this week. And I can tell you, I made several $100s taking these trades this week, just testing the product out. I went in at a small lot size, and I know there's a new trader on my team made $700 using this product. He's only been in a couple of weeks. So if you don't know how to trade, don't be afraid of joining the program. It's overwhelming to everyone at first. It's exciting, it's new, but iMarkets Live has set you up to where you can make money walking through the front door. So I just wanted to show you this. I saw this trade play out last night. As soon as it dropped, I got in and I made this money. It hit take profit 2 and I got out of the market. So it gives you 3 different take profits on these trades. So if you're a new trader on here tonight and you're not making money yet and you're part of IML, I can tell you this is free with your student membership. So please use this tool. There is training TV. And if you're new and want to learn to trade and make money, you can come through the front door making money with these products. So let's talk about market structure. We're going to look at the Australian dollar, AUD, against the US dollar. You see it up here in the top left corner for those of you who are new. So there are 3 big time frames when you are looking at the Australian dollar against the US dollar, and this is for everything that we trade. There's the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. Looking at those 3 time frames, it's going to tell me exactly what the market is currently doing. And then I'm going to go down to my 4-hour and my 1 hour, and it's going to tell me when the market is doing. And I see that the market is getting ready to make its move. I'm going to scoop down to my 15-minute for a entry into the market to make the trade. So let's look at Australian dollar USD and figure out what it's doing and how we can utilize this pair.
We lost you, Guinevere.
So I go to my monthly.
Gwen.
We can't hear you, Gwen. We lost you.
We lost you, Gwen.
It's all right. She'll be back, everybody, in just a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. Please
All
be
right,
patient.
I'm back on. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear you.
it's the traveling and trading guy.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Thank you, Gwen.
Tell you when you start that.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you're
And
going in and out.
Mario just sent me a message that he's getting.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, Mario. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Welcome, Marios.
Mario's Gwen is having a little
Welcome,
bit
Marios.
of issues, but
Hey, Marios. So,
Hello everyone, what's up? How are
Hey,
you guys?
since you're here,
Great.
I'm going to come in off my phone and I'm going to give you control of the screen now, and I'll pick up where I left off after you do your presentation. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us tonight.
Welcome, Mario.
No worries, Gigi. My pleasure. So, yes. So when you guys are ready, just let me know so we can start. Okay, throw some fires in the chat. Okay, guys. So, for you guys that don't know me, okay, my name is Marios. I'm 23
Mario,
years
the S.
old. Yes. So my name is Marios. I'm 23 years old, guys. Okay, I'm trading for over a year now. Yeah, almost 2 years now. So I'm a full-time trader. I dropped out from college. Okay, my mentor is Stevenson Lindor, one of my mentors. Now I'm an educator on IML TV. Okay, so my main language is Greek, but I teach also in English. Okay, so if I made, few mistakes in English, okay. So today, guys, we are going to see the most important patterns. Okay, so I will explain you guys, I will draw you in my chart the most important patterns. Okay, then I will ask you guys a few questions about the patterns, and then we will go and identify some of them in the chart. Okay, so I will share my screen. Okay, so everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes.
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 So 2 minutes. So Gigi, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
So how can I annotate when you are the host of the Zoom?
Okay,
How can I
Grant
draw on
can
the
make
screen?
you the host, but we came in on meeting. I don't know if it will let you annotate because we needed a bigger room to seat more than 100 people.
Okay, okay. So, okay, I will do it with a tool that I have here then. Okay. Okay, so let me see how this tool is working. So, guys, I will show you. Let me see if this is working.
Everyone, his screen is blank on purpose. He's going to be showing us some patterns.
I don't know why this is not. I never used this tool before. It's the
Yes,
first time.
select your brush up there under the pitch.
Yes, but brush is going to, yeah, it's going to take a lot of time with the brush. So yes, actually, let me close this up. Okay, so let me open another.
Yeah, the regular room where you're able to annotate only holds 100 people, and we knew we would have more tonight.
Okay, so let's see. I will try and do it with the brush, guys. Okay, but yes, this is the first time doing it with the brush, so let's hope it's going to, be okay. Okay, so guys, I will show you continuation patterns. Okay, when I will draw a pattern, I will name the pattern 2. Okay, pay attention on how patterns are working. Okay, a pattern can change. So a pattern can be a bullish flag, then it can be an expanding triangle. So our job as traders is to identify what pattern we have. This is very, very important, because if you understand the pattern, you can react to the pattern. Okay, so as you know, for the new guys, market is moving impulsive and corrective. Okay, so yes, patterns are corrective. The corrective moves. Okay, so now I'll show you some continuation patterns, and then I will show some reversal patterns. Okay, so first pattern, okay, is the bullish flag. Okay, guys, so when we have a bullish flag, okay, first target is always the top of the impulse generation point. Okay, then when we see them break up, target is going to be the extension of our Fibonacci, which probably is going to be previous critical points. Okay, so bullish flag. Okay, then we have the bearish flag. Okay, bearish flag is the same thing with the bullish flag, but price is going down. Okay, so when we have a bearish flag, again, first target is the impulse generation, okay, and other target is the extension of the Fibonacci or previous lows. Okay, so this is the most common patterns you are going to see. Every trader is going to speak about these two patterns, okay, flag. Every trader out there is going to tell you, watch for this, and then continuation. So now, let's go and see triangle. Okay, triangle is forming like this. Again, first target is the top, okay, and then extension on the Fibonacci, okay. Then we have another type of triangle which our tops are the same, but here price is coming smaller, okay, and pushing up. So here like this, okay. So these two, you can call them triangles. Okay, it's the same thing as bearish form. Okay, this is bullish form. Okay, then we have three types of expanding triangle. Okay, this is the one type. Okay, here like this. Okay, then we have another type. Okay, like this. Okay, this is straight line coming a little bit down. Okay, and another type like this. This is the, okay. So again, guys, this can start with a bullish flag and turn to be expanding triangle. Okay, a lot of traders will get confused here and start to sell the market here, but they don't understand that this is just my correction. Okay, so I will show examples. Okay, so let's do the flat flag. Okay, this, which is just straight line. Okay, and flat correction. It's just, this is just bigger. Okay, you can call this flat channel. Okay, it's just bigger. Okay, pay attention to these two. These two can be reversal too. Okay, guys, they can break down too. Okay, so this is the most, okay, common continuation patterns. Okay, guys. So anyone have any question about these patterns?
The two on the bottom right, you're saying those can go either way?
Yes, yes. Those are the tricky ones. Okay, they can't break down to.
Is it because the double top and triple top?
Yes, yes, yes. And I will explain this when I will finish with the reversal, and you guys are going to understand. Okay. So any other one have any other questions based on these patterns?
Yes, I'm trying to see the difference between the first two that you drew, the bullish flag, and then at the top right. Like, I don't see the difference between, I know that that's the bullish and that's the bear, but then the other two that you put off to the right of that, I'm trying to see the difference between the two.
You mean the difference between these two?
Those two and the other two.
So difference between these two and these two? Or
No,
here?
sir. Yes, sir. Those.
So here is just bullish from, bearish for. Okay, I just draw the bearish from because, you know, every trader out there is showing you this. So that's why I draw these two. And then difference between these, they come down. You see? Market
Gotcha.
coming down. Here, market is not coming down.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go and see some reversal patterns now. Okay, the two most common reversal patterns. Okay, which is we have the impulse, the bullish impulse, and then we have ascending channel. Okay, when the channel is going to break, first target is here. Okay, here. And someone can explain me why it's here, the first target.
That's where the correction began. So, well, that's where the pattern began. So that's typically where price will go back to.
Yes, and here we can have a pattern for continuation to the upside. Okay, an expanding triangle. So yes, we have an ascending channel, but pay attention to the start of the channel, okay? And the same thing with a descending channel. Okay, first target here. So again, this is my bearish form. Okay, don't go and find ascending and descending channel without bullish or bearish impulsive candles. Okay, if you find something like this, probably it's just a corrective downtrend if you don't have a bearish impulsive candle. Okay, this is very important, guys, because a lot of you are doing this huge mistake, and the reason that this is a mistake is because if you have a corrective downtrend, okay, yes, you are going to lose a lot of money if you are trying to, you know, buy every time and you don't open your eyes and see that, okay, yes, it's a downtrend. It's a corrective, but it's still a downtrend. Okay, so it's not showing any signs of, you know, full reverse. Okay, so so now I will ask you guys a question. Why I only show those pattern and I didn't mention head and shoulder? Okay, double top, double bottom. So why I didn't mention this?
Because those are reversal patterns.
No.
Because those are the most common patterns that are shown in the market.
They normally happen at supply and demand zones when you're looking for key reversals.
No, you guys. Because, yes, just think what these patterns are. So
bearish. Only moves impulsive or corrective.
It is the same, but only reverse.
Because the market shows those patterns most frequently.
Those patterns make these patterns on a larger time frame?
guys, if you just, you know, clear this, delete this. This is
the patterns are what form the head and shoulder and the double top and double bottom.
Yeah, so guys, you just need, when you guys see patterns, okay, the patterns that I show you, they will do all of these patterns. So a head and shoulder, what is a head and shoulder? It's a bullish flag and a bearish flag. What is double top? It's a flat correction that broke down. Okay, what is double bottom? It's a flat correction that broke up. Okay, that's why I told you when I drew flat patterns that, you know, we can have reversal too. Okay, because some people will come and tell me, oh, you never show head and shoulder. Because with me, I'm not going to see any head and shoulder. I will just see impulse, bearish flag, continuation. Okay, so yes, it's a head and shoulder, but the point is to understand that it's a, you know, it's a bearish flag, okay, or a triangle here. So the point is to see the impulse and understand that this pattern that is for me is going to continue going down, because you can see this head and shoulder for me, and price can do a descending channel and go up. Okay, so that's why we trade, you know, on the current price. So we will identify the impulse and identify what is going on that impulse. Okay, and this is the most hard thing, you know, for a trader to do. So trend lines are easy, Fibonacci is easy, supply and demand is easy. All of traders are struggle with identify the patterns. And when they see market that, okay, I have a bullish flag, they enter the market and they see price go down, down, down. Okay, with a bullish flag, this is normal because bullish flag can extend until to the lower point and then go up. Okay, so when you understand how a pattern is behaving into the market, you will make money. That's it. Okay, the hard thing is to understand how a pattern is behaving. Okay, and don't freak out if you enter here and market did this. Don't freak out here and close your trade. Okay, so now let's go, guys, and see some examples. Okay, so I will show you guys a trade that I triggered today. Okay, so this was a trade that I entered today. Okay, so the pattern was this. Okay, so when I saw price here, okay, I enter my trade, I put stop loss behind. Okay, then a lot of people freak out here and close their positions. I don't know why. Okay, this was just some news. Okay, a lot of you guys freak out. I got some messages. Okay, so yes, when you see this impulse, okay, anyway, price, guys, needs to do some kind of correction. When you see price immediately reverse up, that means this was just a fake out, nothing. Okay, so that's why we don't freak out. Oh my God, it's going down, let me close. If it's going to go down, it's going to correct. And I show you, if you guys join me on IML TV, okay, last time, okay, when Euro USD was at the top, it was here. So again, I was a buyer here, these areas. Okay, again in the correction, actually here and not here and at the low here, around this area. we were making good money. Okay, and then on FOMC suddenly we had this boom. A lot of people were starting closing positions, and I told you guys, well, I will close when I will see a correction, and when I get the correction, guess what? I close my trade. Okay, because yes, we had a very strong impulse. I agree, but if price will continue going down, it will show you a correction. So don't freak out. Okay, the only reason for someone to freak out is probably you are get emotional with the money. So you see, for example, $500, then you see $200, you freak out, you close a position. So this is the most common thing for someone to just close. Okay, and then price is probably, it can reverse, and it's going to be like, oh my God, I closed my position, I will be up 500 again. So most people are doing this mistake. Okay, and this is just practice to not get emotional with the money. Okay, yes, this is mindset, guys. Okay, so now let's go. Okay,
I got a quick question.
Yes.
So the correction, what can you explain that a little more as far as what you mean by correction?
A correction, it's the patterns that I show you.
Okay.
A few minutes ago. Okay, when someone told you wait for correction, that means wait for a pattern. Okay, correction and pattern is the same thing. Okay, it can be a bearish flag, you know, triangle, expanding triangle. Okay, it depends. So when someone tells you correction, because I will not tell you wait for a flag, because maybe it's not a flag, you know.
Right.
So that's why me personally, I'm telling to everyone, wait for some kind of correction.
So you waited, so right after that drop, that huge, drop right there, you're saying unless that flag hadn't have formed, you would have stayed in the position?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Right, just like the example he gave us, what happened today, it had the same drop, but a flag did not form, a correction did not form. So he held the trade and it went back up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So yes, today was the same thing, you see. So if someone was closing here, look what happened.
Oh yeah, I see. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so yes, you will drop to your lower time frame, and believe me, a flag will appear. Okay, flag, okay, correction, whatever, it's a triangle, okay, you know. Okay, don't get just emotional with, oh, if I don't see a bearish flag, I would not sell and stuff like that. Okay, just trade the correction. So now, guys, let's go. Okay, let's go to 1 hour. Okay, let's go and find some patterns together. Okay, boom. Okay, what is this? This is a bearish flag. Okay, we have a bullish flag here. Okay, so we have a flat correction here. Okay, so we have expanding triangle here. Okay, here we have another flat correction here. So I want to see, okay, very clear bearish flag. Okay, so let me find. So we had a nice bullish flag here. Okay, so we find something more clear. Okay, very nice. Again, bullish flag. It was a big one. Okay, this one was a big one. Okay, so yes, this was a big one. Okay, but still, this is my impulse, guys. Okay, big to this. Okay, and as you can see, market, okay, didn't just break this strong. Okay, it struggles a little bit here.
How can you determine the size of a flag while it's forming? Like that one is big, but the other ones are small. How do you determine that while it's forming?
With the impulse. Okay, if you have a very strong impulse, that means you will have a bigger flag. Okay, this one was a daily flag. You see? Okay, and
Said it
you
inverted
and
head
now
and
you
shoulder.
can tell me, and now you can tell me the most easiest thing. Okay, what is this? Head and shoulder. Okay, let me show you. So yes, you have this, you have this, you have this, you have this. Okay, boom, head and shoulder. Okay, but yes, I don't like to see things like this, me personally. Okay, if you like this, do it like this. Okay, so now let's go and find some triangles. If I'm not mistaken, we have one triangle here, boom. Okay, and guys, okay, something that is good, okay, try to not forget. Okay, when you see a pattern, try to not forget this pattern. Okay, you see this pattern, guys? I can show you this pattern into another two pairs. Okay, this pair, okay, very clear. Okay, and this pair. Okay. Okay, it's the same, guys, or not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, don't forget. Okay, I don't know if this is hard for you or not, but don't forget. Okay, because if you don't forget, when you see this, guess what? You know what price will do. Okay, and if you guys are watching me on IML TV, when price was here, I told you guys wait for this to come up and look for the big drop. We were trading on daily time frame back then. Okay, and I told you guys last time USD CAD did this, it pushed up and then the drop came. Okay, same thing. You guys need to don't forget when you see things. Okay, a lot of traders just keep forget. Okay, look, price push up, big drop came. Price push up. Okay, let me big drop came. Okay, and the reason is we were on daily, on both. This was a weekly, this was a daily highs. Okay, guys. So yes, something that is going to help you. Don't forget. Okay, so let's go and find some other patterns. So here we have a very clear descending channel. Okay, this is my impulse. Okay, we have another bullish flag. Okay, so here we had a flat correction, price broke down, correct, and continue. Okay, then price was playing here. So here we had a change of pattern. Okay, same thing here happened here. Okay, that's why we pay attention on the low of the of the pattern. You see price struggles to break here. Okay, in these situations, you guys know what to do. It's time to get out. Okay, so let's see if we have okay, another descending channel here. Okay, bullish flag, triangle. Okay, let me draw this for you guys. Bullish flag. Okay. And always, guys, you know, we understand where we at the market. Okay, if you see a very nice, for example, bullish flag at the top, you know, wait for price to go up and then look for the sell. Okay, yeah, you know, trade smart. Okay, we have a triangle here. Okay, we have an expanding triangle here. Okay. Yes. So let's go to gold. Also, okay. So on gold, we had this pattern. Okay. Now that we have this, okay, correction will be bigger. Okay, but gold, yes, guys, I'm talking about this pair. Yes, I don't know for how long. Okay, yes, look to buy this until here, okay, for sure. Okay, so yes, first target here, then here, and then 16 here.
Could you explain why those targets?
Okay, this target is because here is previous high price. When hit here, it drop, it start to correct. So I want to see, actually let me draw this for you. So where is the brush? Yeah, so what I at the beginning when I show you guys this, what I tell you, we pay attention at the top, right? Because at the top we can have change of pattern. So the reason that I'm paying attention here is because here we can see this pattern, an expanding triangle. The price can come one more time up and then go up. Okay, so this is the first scenario. Okay, so second scenario is this is my correction, it broke up, price will come, and I want to see how it's going to react here. Maybe we can have one more drop. Okay, and the other one is break up and come to extensions. Okay, and the reason is if we go to weekly, look, very critical. Okay, supply. You know what is a supply zone?
Y'all know this one, we covered it at the beginning. If we're supplying something, what are we doing?
As a supply zone is a strong zone of selling. You're like selling something.
Why are you selling?
So
Resistance, heavy resistance, we're selling.
Okay, that's why. Okay, maybe we can see price come a little bit higher and we will react. Okay, just be careful. Okay, so yes. Okay, you guys, if you guys, you know, follow me here, yes, yeah, I post this short, you know, when price was at the top. Okay, price is coming down. You know, I paused this long when price was at the bottom. Okay, price is coming up. Okay, just patient. Okay, okay, market needs patience. Okay, guys. Okay, this was struggling and coming down, but finally it reversed a little bit. It was coming down. Okay, and we caught this move. Okay, that's why we always wait for impulsive move. Okay, so yes. So guys, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay, and if you don't, the pairs that I will look for this week is pound to get strong. I want to see if pound will get strong this week because we have some news on 6th of May, so 6th of June, sorry. Okay, so yes, I will keep my eyes on pound. Okay, I want to see, you know, gold going up for sure and dollar get weak. Okay, so yes, this is my view, and I will explain this on, you know, Sunday Outlook, okay, on IML TV. So just pay attention because it's NFP week. Okay, so yes, we can see market, you know, do some weird things. Okay, and yes, let's see how things are going to play out. Okay, so if you guys have any question, please let me know.
Marius, can you show them how to access your channel real quick so they can catch your weekly markup for Sunday? And you guys, he covers all of these structures, and he also covers fundamentals a lot, which is why I like to follow him.
What do you mean how they access my channel?
Like where they go to imarketslive.tv, your channel?
Yes, so just give me one time to find it.
And I know some of you, this seems a little advanced. This is advanced training tonight. We'll pick up back on the basics in a little minute.
Okay, so yes, guys, this is my channel. Okay. Okay, you come here, English, okay, advanced. Okay, you come to my name. Okay. Yes.
What mama say?
And this is my channel, okay, guys?
Believe that coming?
And you guys,
Could someone mute, please? Could you please mute? We're recording.
okay, and yes, you guys can catch my recordings. Okay, everything is, you know, with dates. Okay, so you guys, you know, don't get lost. Okay, this is my English channel. I have a Greek channel too. Okay, in Greek channel, you just go to find Greece. Okay, but I'm speaking Greek in that channel. Okay, but yes, because guys, I'm drawing when I'm doing my sessions, I'm drawing the patterns and all of this. You guys, if you join me in Greek, you know, you can't see because I'm drawing. But yes, if you have any, you know, a question, I will answer to you in English. Okay, so yes, I'm live at 3 p.m. Eastern, okay, New York time, every Sunday, and 12 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, so yes. So if you guys have any questions based on patterns, please let me know. If you don't,
I have a question.
Yes.
I wanted to know, what is the better time frame to look at these patterns? Is it the hour or the 15 minutes?
So everything starts from the 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay. So when you're going to see a very strong impulse, for example, wait for the pattern to start forming. So you'll go to 5 minutes. You will be patient, wait. You'll go to 15 minutes. You will see how price will react. Then you go to 30 minutes. You will see how price will react. Then you go to 1 hour. Okay, so don't force yourself to, you know, just jump into the market. Okay, sometimes indicators can help you understand that, oh, this pattern is about to finish. Okay, so for example, MACD can help you understand this. Okay, but yes, always remember this. Everything starts for the 1 minute. So if you jump into the market too early, it's your fault. Okay, learn from your mistake. Okay, but with proper stop loss, you don't have nothing to worry about. Okay, people that worry about this is the people that over leveraging.
Okay. That's good, because that's kind of what I've been doing. I just kind of wanted to make sure that was good, because on the 5 and the 15 minute, you can see the pattern forming very clearly. And as you go higher up, it's not as clear, but on the 5 and 15 minute, it's very clear what's, what's happening.
Yes,
Okay.
because you are talking about small impulsive moves. Here, for example, this is, a weekly.
Okay.
You get me? So if I go here to 15 minutes, okay, you can't take this on, 15 minutes, because this is a downtrend.
Yes.
On 4 hour, 1 hour, but on weekly, it's just a bullish flag.
Gotcha. Okay.
You get me? So that's why you need to understand how to break down the time frames. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So any other one with a question or something?
Yeah, I got a question. When you said that when the market had an impulse and you're in a trade, you don't get out until you see a flag. Does that include the flag that you said can go both ways, or is that just a continuation flag for that impulse?
So let's say I'm in the trade. So let's say we have a strong bullish impulse. Okay. My job now is to wait for a correction. And let's say we get our correction. Okay. I will jump into the market here, for example, and I'm expecting price to continue going higher. Okay. So this happened, price continue going higher. So I will come and move my stop loss, break even. So when prices keep going higher, sudden news coming to the game, something that Trump said, I don't know, something. Okay, and we have this, boom. Okay, because the reason that I'm still in break even is because this is not the move that I expect from the market. So I will not close my trade based on this, but I will close my trade if this create this. Then I will close my trade. Okay, because then I will not give to the market money that, it's too easy that this will come again and hit me break even. Okay, but the point is to understand that this can reverse and go up, because this can be rumors or something into the market. For example, let me show you an example here actually. Let's go to, I don't know, G-Chef. Let's go to G-Chef. Okay, so I'm a seller here. Very nice flag, enter the sell, price is coming down. And you see this. This is a strong impulse, right? You know how many people trap here into buys, here in this impulse, because some rumors came with Brexit and price push up. This thing price push up 100 pips. Okay, I was doing a session back then and I told everyone, no buys. Buy here, you will buy here only if you get a correction. Only this will show you that this will go up, and when you get this, close this position if you are not feel confident. Okay, but what price did? Price immediately reverse and correct and went lower. So this is just for new traders that, they will see price and freak out. Okay, and anyway, this was just an expanding triangle. Okay, anyway, this is just, if you're experienced enough, you will see this and you will not freak out. But yeah, market will do this type of corrections before it will continue the impulse. Okay, or it will reverse and go lower. Okay, so again, guys, this is for traders that don't get emotional with the money. Okay, most of people out there, again, if they are up $500 here and they see this and then they are up 300, they will close. Oh my God, price is reversing. This is what they are going to think. This is what I used to think. Okay, so the only way for you to do this is if you are okay with your break-even stop loss. Okay, if you are not okay with that, yes, you will keep doing this every single time. Okay, because you are seeing the money, not the move. You want money. You see this and you are like, I want $1,000. You are not like, I want 50 pips and I'm out. I want 100 pips. You guys seeing this and be like, oh, I need 2,000 from this trade. Let me get 2,000. What is my what load I need to open to get 2,000? Okay, and this is, for me, this is wrong. Okay, if you guys are doing this and it's working for you, do it. Me personally, I don't see money. I see the move, I react to the move, I'm okay with my stop losses, and that's it. Okay, so if I'm going to be on break even, that means I'm break even. That means I will not make any money. If I see that price is struggles and I don't feel okay, I will move my stop loss a little bit lower, so I'm making, you know, some money. If I see price trying to reverse, I will close my trade and correct. Okay, if price is, you know, is coming close to my take profit, I will take my take profit. Okay, but again, this is based on structure and patterns. Okay, if you don't understand patterns, you can't understand that, okay, it's time for me to stay or not, you know. And for you guys to understand patterns, you need to go back, find patterns, understand how patterns are behaving, and then when you see, remember when you saw that pattern again, what pair. Okay, so you guys have any other question, please let me know. If you don't, I will pass it to Gigi. Okay, it was a very pleasure. Okay.
Marius, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I have one question. When did you start trading? Did you use a laptop, a desktop, or did on your smartphone?
Actually, I have a laptop and I have two screens connect. So yes, I have a laptop and three screens. Okay.
No, but when you start trading in the beginning,
yes,
did you do this on your phone or on the laptop?
Laptop. On the phone, you only trigger trades. It's too small. The screen is too small. You can't analyze on the phone.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. How you okay? This is, I have a big screen now. This is the screen you guys see. It's my big TV, for example. Okay. So on the phone, I can't play with, you know, with the price. Okay. I can't zoom in and see what is going on. Okay. So if I go to 15 minutes, okay, I can zoom in here and see what's going on. On the phone, I can't do this. So yes, guys, if you trade on the phone and it's working for you, good. But yes, be careful, okay? On the phone, I only trigger my trades. I never analyze on the phone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So, any other questions?
Okay. Marius, if you don't mind, can I ask on your perspective for a certain pair?
Yes, tell me.
EN, please and thank you.
Euros indeed. So, okay, so Euros indeed. As you can see, let's analyze this. Okay. So I'm tracking this pair for a very long time, to be honest with you. Okay. So the 1 hour, okay, on EM, I'm expecting more drop. Okay, so let's see this break down correct. Okay, so go to 15 minutes. Okay, wait for this to form. Okay, wait for a pattern here to form. Okay, and look this to break strong. Okay, if you don't see strong breakout, yes, this can push up one more time. Okay, and because we have NZD rate statement on, yes, here, no, wait, here, okay, so yes, we can see euro. So, okay, so when in the news will take a lot of time to come to the game. Okay, so when in the news will not affect this, so be careful. Okay, if you are going to trade this, be careful, man. Okay. So
Thank you, Mario.
We don't have any NZD news for price to go down aggressive. So yes, I'm expecting this. Okay, this is a big correction. I'm expecting this correction to go lower. Okay, so here wait for a flag on Monday, Tuesday, and look for this to go lower. Okay, price will not break this high. Okay, and look for this to go lower. But if you see price struggles, okay, not go lower aggressive. So for example, it's going lower like this, okay, and not like, you know, this, okay. Just manage, correct your trades, okay. But no one's in the news, so yes, that means, yeah, just, you know, be careful on it. Okay, but yes, my view on this one is this impulse to correct and go lower. Okay, pay attention here. Okay, and why we pay attention here? Because we can see expanding triangle forming. So here price can push one more time up, okay, or create bigger correction and then break down. Okay, I have a position from here, I think on this one, on one of my accounts. Yes, I'm just break even and I don't care because, yes, I'm tracking this pair, man, for a very long time. Okay, like for months now. Here, look. So I was expecting this one to come down and then go up, and I was looking to sell the big move. Okay, so yes, price. I bought some of these. I bought like 500 pips from here. Okay, so yes, now I'm selling at the top, but yes, I want something more aggressive. Okay, so I will not open any other position. Just yes, if you are going to trade this, wait for this correction to form and look for this to break lower.
And
Okay.
you said, how do you know how big the correction will be? You don't, right?
Yeah, you don't. You're just going to understand with your indicators. Okay, and you will understand that if you see that price on 15 minutes is not breaking, you know, down, that means it's a 30-minute correction. But MACD, it's the indicator that helps you to understand what type of correction you have. I mean the time frame.
I got a question. would you take that sell after it leaves that channel or after it corrects?
No, I will take the sell in the correction. Okay, but I like to take risk-taking entries. Okay, so yes, think about it like this. Let me delete everything. Think about it like this. Okay, you have this. Okay. Okay, maybe it's not going to be so big, you know, you just have this type of correction. Okay, you are going to draw your trend line. Okay, and when you see this breaking down, you will enter the market, you will put stop loss behind. Okay, and watch this going lower. Okay, if you see price struggles, that means look for one more move up and this pattern will change. Okay, same thing here. You had this. If you are selling this, you see how price is not going down aggressive. So price hit, then immediately reverse, go up. So here is time for you to, you know, anyway, you're on break even, so I don't think you are losing money, but yes, it's time for you to, you know, get out. Okay, even though here MACD shows you to get out of the market. Okay, so you need something, you know, aggressive, something aggressive. Okay, if you see something choppy, it's going, struggles to go, that means it's time for you to, you know, secure some money, move on break even, close the whole trade. It depends on you. Okay, and what you want from the market. So if you enter here with a 50 pips stop loss and market is at 30 pips, okay, move on break even. Okay, if you enter with 100 pips stop loss and market is 30 pip win, you know, just manage, correct your entries. Okay, but for now, wait for this to correct. If you don't see correct, price will not go lower. But yes, how I see things, let's see on, yes, on Monday, Tuesday, what will happen. Okay, so anyone else have any other questions?
What's your settings on the MACD?
What my setting on the MACD? Yes, you can use the normal MACD, this MACD here. Okay, this MACD here can tell you when you have zero crossover, okay, and all of these things. Okay, this is a normal MACD.
Thanks.
Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Okay, because it's, you know, 6 a.m. here, and yes, I need to get some sleep, and then I will go. I have some things to do in the morning. It's already morning, so I will get like 2 hours of sleep. So thank you guys for attending. Okay,
Thank
guys,
you, Marios.
working on your patterns.
Thank you.
Okay, it's
Thank
very
you.
important. Okay, if you guys have any questions, you know, let me know on private DM, or, you know, you can join my IML TV sessions. Okay, and yes, trade with care. NFP week is coming. Let's see if GBP will get strong. Okay, dollar will continue going lower. Okay, and yes, just trade with care, guys. And yes, any questions, feel free to send me a message. Okay, so I will stop sharing.
Listen,
Nice.
follow him on TradingView. I can tell you guys, when I first saw Mario's, he held up a notebook full of notes where he had studied the market. So this, all that you saw tonight came from him training his eyes. It's not going to happen overnight, but the more you mark up those patterns, the more familiar you become with them. But thank you, Mario's. Love you for life. And I will see you Sunday on your session.
Yes.
I can never
Thank
thank
you,
you enough.
guys. Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Have a
Enjoy
nice
your day.
weekend. Okay, guys, have a nice weekend. Withdraw some money, guys. Okay, because it was a good week. Okay, slow week, but yes, today and yesterday was good days for me. Okay, so you guys, I hope you guys made some money, withdraw some money, relax on your weekend, and let's see what next week will bring us. Okay, bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mario.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye bye, man.
Mario. All right, I see since Marios is leaving, a lot of people are dropping off. Is there anyone who still needs to go over the basics? Because after that, that's like a mind-blowing session. It's hard to come behind that. Is everyone good for tonight? Or you want to go over, let's see, his trading view. I follow him.
Does he have a Telegram?
Yeah, he only has his IML. You can follow him on TradingView. This recording will be available. Yes, I think it's MKOULOU. Someone's saying go over the basics. This recording, I'll upload it to YouTube. And someone's asking for the basics in the MACD, so I will continue. I'm talking on my phone, so if my screen lags a little bit, it'll catch up.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to interrupt. But you said YouTube, you'll be uploading this video?
Yes.
Where at?
It's look for ForexNChill, one word.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, where we picked up off the basics, and I'll try to answer questions as I can. We were looking, like he said, you need to always know where you are in the market, because you could be on a downtrend on a higher time frame, but be in a buy on a lower time frame. Welcome, Walter. I see you logging in.
Hey.
Hey, sweetie. You just missed Marios on the patterns, but it's recorded.
No.
He just got off, and I know you wanted to see that. It was phenomenal. You can catch the correction. Y'all, Walter, he's only 20, but he's phenomenal on these patterns as well. You might have seen him on one of the previous ForexNChill. All right, on the marking up the charts, we looked at the most important time frames, which were our monthly, weekly, and daily. They tell us what the market is doing. The 4-hour and 1 hour tell us when it's doing it, and we're going to look at the 15-minute or lower to enter. So I've marked my high and low on my monthly, and that's where we stopped off. We're going to go over to our weekly, and we can mark our high and low there. And trading doesn't need to be overcomplicated. When you're looking for where you are in the market, this is all you need. So I've gotten all my highs and lows. Somebody please mute. Once I get down to my daily, I start looking for my area where my trend line is. If you look right here, we have an area of resistance. We can mark off there. So that's why I drew my trend line from there. Okay. So I know that I am in a downtrend currently on AUD USD. So until I have a strong break to the upside, I'm still in a downtrend. So let's see if the uptrend has started. Okay, when you go to the 4-hour, you see we have had an impulse and a correction. Okay. Since we had the impulse and correction, we could look for our continuation. But I can tell you at trend lines, especially on the first attempt of a breakout, I have seen the market hit this trend line and come back down one more time. So just like he was saying, that pattern could turn into a reversal. This is an important area that we would look at because it's at the trend line. Then we could turn on our MACD and our indicators, where he was saying we could look where we are in the market. On the 4-hour, it's showing that we have crossed over into a buy on the MACDs. Okay, let's go down more lower to the 15-minute and see what we got going on. I'll take this off so we can see. And we see we're already getting a small breakout here. So you have patterns inside of patterns. You got a flag that's trying to break over that trend line. Right now, it's looking like we're going to get a correction in our MACD down here. We get a correction, and then continue up. These, the signal line and the MACD line could come into your histogram and reject and go back up. If it crosses over to the downside, then I would be expecting the move to come lower. And as he was saying, when you see a long flag like this, it's probably a flag for a higher time frame. That's the 1 hour and that's the 4 hour. So that was a 4 hour flag. If you're having a 4 hour flag, it usually takes about 2 days or more for the correction. Let's see. The higher the time frame for the correction, the longer it's going to take to happen. So this correction took 7 days. This has been consolidating, waiting for the breakout off of that 4 hour flag. All right, so this pair looks like it's trying to curve back up and go up. But if it starts making that ascending flag, just remember what he told you to look for these previous areas where it broke out, like right here or right here. And then you would start looking to buy again from the lower channels. All right, was that easy enough for everybody to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm gonna take all this off and mark it up one more time and just talk my way through it. I want to leave the handwriting on there, so. I want to show you how quickly you can find your place in the market. Yes.
Just a quick question. When it comes to that low, is there a reason why, yeah, that low right there, I think it was on the weekly. Is there a reason why you didn't place it at the bottom of the wick? Like that extremely large wick?
Yes, I'll cover that when I go back.
Thank you.
Because remember, on the lower time frame, a wick is a candle. And on the higher time frame, this wick, we might not even see it. So let's go back to our monthly. All right. All right. I like to mark up my charts with no indicators so I can depend on my eyes for my bias and not depend on the indicators. So you see on the monthly how this was all wicking through here. So even on the monthly, it was a fake out. We know that AUD, the beginning of January and December, had those fake outs where the market crashed with AUD and JPY. That's another reason I ignored it, because I know the past movement of this, where this happened and where this happened. So I put my previous low and my previous high. And if it needs cleaning up, I adjust it on the lower time frame. So when I get to my weekly, see, I went through that wick just to show you. When I get on my lower time frame, those wicks did turn into candles. So I can bring it up. And I can bring this one down. And I focus on, you see where it touched the most? If you zoom out, you look at this area, it reversed the most. You had the most hits right here. So these are considered fake outs, because you see most of these, it went through. Now at some time it could come back and respect that. So I like to, when I get closer to price, adjust it to where, now trend lines, I don't draw through wicks. Trend lines, I never cut through a wick unless it was just some crazy fake out. But see, now you got all the hits coming right here at this price. So that's why I got the wick showing there. So now my weekly, I took that high. On my daily, earlier I put a rectangle here, but you can put another arrow or horizontal ray there. So it's preference. Some people like to do the rectangles when they get close to the price. So you know you're trading in an actual zone. Now that we're this close to price, a lot of times if I'm this close to price and I see the wick, I will put something there just so I will know that I'm aware of it, because I am at the low. Now if price was still up here, I wouldn't worry about this wick, but you can always put something there to mark it off. And going down to your 4 hour, you can draw that trend line. You could have drawn it on the daily to get it a little bit cleaner probably. If you draw it on the 4 hour, it's showing a break. But the higher the time frame, the stronger the resistance. So now that we're on the 4-hour, we can show that trend line with a break. I know the odd has been getting weak. That's why I wanted to see it on the daily time frame to see what it's doing. If we look at the daily MACD, turn that on real quick. The daily MACD, you see it's still under, showing a downtrend. So we could see it still come back down to here on the daily. Looking at the 4-hour, it's already crossed over. So that's why we need to watch and see if this MACD and this flag is going to hold or if it's going to break through and come back down. So this trade looks like you've had the impulse and correction, but because of where it's sitting on a higher time frame, and because we still have all of this downside right here, still has 120 pips it could drop, I would definitely wait for the breakout of that flag. A lot of times when I'm trading, I like to buy. If this makes a good flag here, I'll buy at the bottom of this flag when it comes back down, and I'll put my stop loss right below it. But I'll also make sure it's in conjunction with my MACD. You want to see your MACD just hit and come back up. If it crosses under your MACD, definitely don't get in. Like, let's see if we can see somewhere here, even though it pushed up, it crossed back under your MACD. And if someone was asking how to use the MACD, you can use your MACD to trace your patterns. Your MACD does everything that your price is doing. Like right here, this is divergence. And when you see the divergence, that's where you get your entry for the impulse, where it crosses right here on your MACD. Right here, when you saw it cross over after the divergence, would have been your entry for that first impulse. All right, we got an impulse, we got a correction right here, but it reached this previous zone. So you always look left at the previous price. So you see this is the same zone it's trying to break out of. So this is a very strong zone right here. And I just want to mark that and see. It broke out of it, and let's see if it's going to hold, because that zone, every time it's hit that before, it's broken out. All right. Any more questions? Again, you can watch your MACD. You see you had your sell, your correction, your impulse, your correction. It went up again and corrected, and it's just been going sideways in this channel. And there you see the little channel that it's been staying in. But that's it for basic market structure. The most important thing on basic market structure is a trend line, because you use your trend lines not only on the higher time frame to show your current trend, but on the lower time frame to track your flags. Like here on the higher time frame, you would have used it when you got your breakout. You knew you were going to buy, but it's never been able to get above this zone. So let's look at one more that has a little bit more structure to it. I've been waiting for this to break out because of this descending channel, and it finally broke out. Remember what I showed you earlier about your MACD? You got your divergence going on down here. Hold on. And when it crossed over, you saw a breakout. So whenever you're watching these reversal channels, you can always correlate it to do the opposite of your MACD. That's the only time that your MACD goes against the movement of the market. This means that the sellers are getting weak. They're losing momentum, even though the chart's telling us we're still in a downtrend. The MACD, the volume indicator, this is what this is for volume. It's showing us that they are losing strength. This shows us they're still going down, and down here it shows us that they are losing momentum, and then you see you break out to the upside. The way this broke out, I would have to see how it fills this flag. We'll probably open with a gap we usually do with GBPs on Sundays. A strong gap to the upside. If it opens up and prices up here, you would wait for a correction, and then you would enter for the continuation of the buy. If you open with a strong gap to the downside, you could see it continue down a little bit more before you see it break to the upside. So that's how you would treat this Sunday when it opens. The gap is going to determine whether we're going to get a price continuation to the upside or a break to the downside. All right, that makes sense? Everybody tracking so far?
Makes sense.
All right. Anybody got any questions? If not, Mahogany, were you going to do some mindset or some type of, I know you always had that good planning, help people stay on track with their trading ideas and their trading planners. You have anything to share tonight?
I can do a little bit of mindset, and also
some trade management or something.
Yes, I could do some trade management as well. So let's start with trade management first. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to let people know that I've deviated a bit from the type of trade management that I was doing, because that was for me. It was for me to get started, keep me on discipline. And now, instead of me having to write all these things down, I'm just in kind of like this place where I'm always looking at what's going on with the news. What news am I looking out for? Since I'm already doing that automatically, I was able to do it because I did have something that kept me on track. So let me share my screen. Wrong thing. Okay. If you guys can see my screen, just drop a 1 out there. All right, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, so this is what I used to use to be able to keep myself focused on my trades. Just little notes about corrective moves, impulsive moves, something that Walter shared with me that really stuck in my head, and it's just in my head about being strict with my rules, but flexible with my expectations, making sure that before I get into any trade, I had a plan. I also recorded the important news highlights that were coming for the week, and then I just kept a little bitty tab of what was going to be important news for that day, because I found that when there was important news for that day, I had good moves. So if it was a pair that I was going to follow, that means that I'm going to be looking for those particular pairs to make its move on that day. And that's how I kind of started to see that, well, the market, even when the news doesn't come out, it makes its moves, and to be able to look more at patterns, and to see that the news does move the pair, but the pattern is the overall mover of a pair. I have my confirmations, making sure it broke my trend line, making sure that I was using my EMAs. Now I'm more at a place where I'm looking at my EMAs, but sometimes my EMA and my MACD will cross, but structure already told me I should be getting in. So now I kind of pull back from some of these confirmations, because now I'm getting more confident. As you get more confident, this thing that you may have for yourself, this structured thing that you may have for yourself, you see that you won't be stuck to it so hard. I take profits using my Fibonacci. Mario's talked about that, about the Fibonacci. Me doing stacking the trades. The biggest thing that I had to tell myself is a lot of times I wasn't putting my stop loss at the previous high or previous low. I was actually looking left and looking further back and not putting it up or higher left. And then the biggest thing is that I learned that really helped is that you don't put it at your previous high or low. You want to extend it a little bit. It should be above or below your previous high or low. So once all these little rules I have for myself, once I got more confident in it, I don't have to use this anymore. But this is how I got more strict with my rules, but flexible in my expectations. And then I would also put down what trades I would be marking up that I've been watching, or after I mark up my 25 trades, then these are the ones that I'm going to sit there and like really focus on, and then narrow it down by putting these the ones I'm going to follow for the week. And the biggest thing I had to get back to doing is my world currency. Always knowing what my DXY is doing, knowing what my euro, my GBP is doing, knowing what oil was doing. If it was a pair that I was watching that week, I definitely made sure I kept up with those currencies. So as you can see, this is for next week, it's blank. But if I were to go weeks back, I kept up with this. I used this diligently until I didn't have to use this as a crutch anymore. So people, you guys all need to have something that keeps you on track as you trade. There has to be some kind of something that you follow to give you the discipline until you no longer have to sit there and have a piece of paper to tell you what to do. You've been doing it enough, like tying your shoe, and now you don't need anybody to instruct you on how to tie your shoe. Driving a car, you don't have to have anybody instruct you on how to drive a car anymore. This is definitely how I became very much so a person of much of discipline in the market. And I'm telling you, even when you become disciplined, you do have days. You don't win every single trade. But if you have a stop loss, if you have that stop loss in, account your management, your risk management, that's going to definitely help you. And something that Mauro had went over, he talked about being the area up top of your flag. I mean, as you see, these things, it evolved and it changed as I got a lot better with what I was doing. So any trading system that you use, you don't have to use mine. Mine is just for me. It's use whatever you come up with. It has to be tailored to you. I made this for myself. It was tailored to me because I'm a technical and a fundamental trader. So this was tailored to what I do. And whatever you use it, but use it consistently. Don't be scared to change it if it's not working. And then the last thing is you won't know if it's working if you don't consistently use it. Consistently use it. You can't, if you haven't used it for at least 30 days, then you can't say if it's working or not for you. I say that once you get to 90 days, you've become a master at it. So again, find what works for you and continue to work it. Does anybody have any questions about how do you get your, how do you structure your trading? Because this is not my trading plan. This is just for my week, what I'm going to do for the week. My trading plan is something that is everybody, when you first join IML, when you're doing the basics, they tell you to get your trading plan together. And this is my trading plan. Number one, I prefer technical analysis trading with the winners of the fundamentals. I have it here, and I make myself review this every 3 months. And as of today, next review will be done by May 19th. So I got to do this actually tomorrow. I got to review it to make sure I'm still following my trading plan. And if I'm not, what do I need to bring? What do I need to get back on? And what maybe on my trading plan has changed for me because it wasn't working, or I've just grown into a different place. So again, you do need these things. If you are an entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs have business plans. When I was a banker, when you came to me and you were a business and you wanted some money, if you didn't have a business plan, if you didn't have something that showed us your financials, as where you were, where you've been, and where you're going, we didn't help you. As an investor, an entrepreneur investor, because you're a trader and a trader is an investor. As an investor, you need to have a plan. You need to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what you're going to do with what you're making. So definitely have a plan, but every week, whatever you're doing, how you're going to get there, trades that you're trading, you should never be jumping into a trade just because you heard somebody talking about it in the chat room. You should be marking it up yourself. Let people give you, you know, ideas, but you need to be in charge of what you get into the market. And then when you get into the market and it doesn't go your right way, don't blame anybody else but yourself.
I think a lot of us are guilty of being in those chat rooms and jumping in a trade just because somebody else was in it in the beginning.
She
Like,
just
wait,
hit my heart right there.
wait, he's up $200. Why did I just lose 50?
Yes, right? Yes, I promise you guys, and I know that just like Gwen said, and I'm sure you guys do, I had got to a point where I didn't care what nobody was saying in the chat room. I did not care. I was not listening because I used to be the same, that kind of person, like, oh, I said this, I said that. And what it did, it created me to not be focused. I did go and I checked the trade, but I was unfocused because I was on what everybody else was doing. Find your pairs, follow your pairs. Your pairs may pop off, their pairs may pop off, but if they were following your pairs, then and your pairs are popping off, I mean, we all follow different things. Everything is popping off all the time, but you can't follow them all. So just follow yours. And like I said, I had to ignore everybody. And then if somebody said something about my pair, I would go look at it. But you have to be laser focused on your success. If you're not laser focused on your success, you won't be able to help anybody else become successful. They can't show you a markup, close your eyes. Oh, goodness. That should be in the main room. If you can't show us the markup of your trade, please don't speak about it. That should definitely be something we put up in there. Okay, so anybody have any questions about focusing on your trades, having a clear direction for the week for your trades? So that means everybody in here marks what they chart and they know what trades they're gonna get in. And they not following anybody else's trade. That's not their strategy, is not follow everybody else, and then they'll get in. They have their pairs they focus on. They know when to be aware of news. They're always checking news. So we got some millionaires in this room, okay?
I'll do my markups before that market opens. I can promise you that. Look, you remember that old saying, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready? My chart's marked up. I just got to make the adjustments. I keep my stuff marked up. But sometimes when it starts, you know, losing its momentum or starts losing its form or its pattern, I will mark it up again from scratch.
And I got that from you. I remember when this first full 25 chart, and I was like, Gwen, do you really mark up 25 charts from scratch? Because I was technically doing that for like, I think about a month almost. And I was like killing myself marking these charts up from scratch at the time. That was when it took me a little bit longer to mark them up from scratch. And when I asked you about that, you're like, no, only if it breaks structure or if it breaks, you know, out of what you've marked up. And I was like, oh my God, okay, that sounds better. And I do that to this day. Like I'll outline a pattern, and when and I don't take that off until it actually breaks that pattern. But yes, whatever you do, just have it. It's whatever your course is, whatever your wherever your path is, whatever it is, just make sure you do it every week. And only do it every week if it's working for you. And then also, the template for my trading plan, I share it with some of my students, but it's just something I got from a Daisy. So it's everything a Daisy said. If you are on her Forex Basics, yes, when I first started, I have a book of all of Daisy Duncan's basic Forex videos. And yes, I went through that video, rewind, play, and wrote down every question she put on there about how to come up with your trading plan. And that's how I came up with my trading plan. Some of them I left out, some of them I kept. So this is nothing that I came up with, is everything from a Daisy Duncan's, and I just tailored it to me. Okay, so that's leading me to mindset. Since we're talking about focus, I think that's something that is very, very, very important that we do not do in our everyday life. So when it comes to trading, it's hard for us to do something in trading that we don't do every day. And that is focus. For me, I have my vision and goals. So for me, my focus is trading and real estate. And actually, I'm about to start a real estate program with some multimillionaires. And I'm so glad I'm at a place where with trading, I'm still not in those very much baby stages. I'm in a place where I don't feel like I'm overwhelming myself. But that's because I have a focus. I know what my vision is. I know what the values of who I am. I know the methods. I have a focus. And this is something that you do not just once a month. Your focus is every day. I actually, when I wake up in the morning, if you hear anybody, this is not just me. If you listen to anybody, Tony Robbins, Iyanla, they wake up and they have a morning practice. I have a morning practice where I read my gratitude, where I read, I am so thankful and grateful now that I am, where I go over my spiritual work. And that is something that I do every morning, because being focused on what you want to unfold in your life is not something that you do when something goes wrong. It's what you do every day. So if something goes off course, you know how to respond to it. You're responding it from a place of knowing where you're headed and not getting thrown off your track. I know for people, when they trade, something happened in their life and they're completely thrown off and they stop trading. That becomes their excuse on why they cannot trade anymore. So it's like your excuse, which is more than likely the reason why you're trading, becomes the reason why you don't trade. And you just get thrown off. So it's really, really important that your mind is focused, that you have to understand that you take responsibility for where you are headed to. You don't blame, oh, my upline didn't show up. That just doesn't work. I've heard that so many times. Even though I can say I'm grateful to Gwen, before Gwen, my upline didn't show up. But I did not let that be the cause of me, because it wasn't her I was paying. It wasn't him I was paying. I was paying IML. So I couldn't place it on them. I went and I found a way. Then I saw that there was a way that was brought up for me. It was oh my God, I love the plan that he had set. But you see, if I got lost and that I didn't have I didn't have the right path, that my upline wasn't there for me, and I quit and I blamed them, I wouldn't be where I was at today. I wouldn't have stumbled upon this amazing path that he had set up for his whole team. But again, when we don't have focus, my focus wasn't, I need to get some money for my businesses. I need to fund my business. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. If my focus wasn't on my success, but it was on what everybody else is not doing, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So again, focus. Why are you waking up in the morning? Why are you here? And this is an everyday job for yourself. Every day when you wake up, what are you grateful for? I am so happy and grateful now that what is that for you? Mine is not yours. What is that for you? What is your vision? What is your goal? You have to, nobody knows what your vision or your goal is other than you. Nobody can tell it to you. If you say, I don't know, I've been there before, you are thinking about what everybody else has been saying and doing, and you're trying to make it fit like theirs. Me, I really want peace of mind. It took me a long time for me to understand that a materialistic vision didn't have to be my vision. My vision was peace of mind. My vision wasn't this big old mansion. My vision wasn't this Rolex watch. I still don't really want a Rolex watch. I might get one, but that's never been the thing that I wanted. I wanted peace of mind. I wanted to be able to not worry about anything. I wanted to be able to see past things that weren't really there. We get fearful, we make up all these things. I just wanted to be able to not worry about things that never happened. I wanted to see something and be in an alignment with myself and with my goal and with my focus for me to remember what my goal was. And wait a minute, was that even my goal? No. So why am I even looking at that? What is my goal? Focus on that. What are the solutions? Because for every problem, there is a solution. I actually like a book by Wayne Dyer called For Every Problem is a Spiritual Solution. I love that book. But the number one thing was me taking 100% responsibility for everything, for a responsibility for everything I choose to do or don't do. It's not my upline's fault if I don't show up. It's not anybody else's fault if you come on here and you don't ask questions. It's not anybody else's fault if you don't be consistent with your trading. It's not anybody's fault if you are not challenging yourself to be able to, okay, so these are the things that I'm doing right. Let me keep doing these things. These are the things that just aren't working for me. Let me let them go. I've learned in business that the biggest thing that keeps you from moving forward is you not being willing to let go of things that don't serve you. We want all those great things in our life, but we holding on to all that stuff that just doesn't serve us. Holding on to the past. We're holding on to what happened before. We're holding on to how it used to be. We're holding on to that job that we've been hating for like 5 years. We keep on trying to hold on to these different things. And we have to let things go in order to move forward. When you focus forward. Focus on what you want. What is that you like to do? What are those things? Write it down. Get clear about it. Every day, have a conversation with you. I'm telling you, people who are in certain roles in our society, they have a vision, they have a plan. And if you don't have a plan or vision, then you're going to be a part of their plan or vision. And I'm telling you, your role in their vision is not as big as their role in their vision. What is your vision, your goal? Get focused on that. I love T.D. Jakes. He talks about how he doesn't get into other people's business because he's too worried about his wife and his kids and his platform. If he got time to worry about everybody else, what he has built would not be there because he's so worried about everybody else's business and worried about them that he wouldn't be where he was at. Focus. You can't help anybody else if you can't help yourself. You can't reach back and pull nobody up if you're drowning. Focus. Be Be that leader, be the example. If you have people who are following, if you have children, if you have friends, if you have coworkers, anybody is following you, the way you show up will be louder than what you say. I know you guys know plenty of people, you hear them say stuff, but then you watch them and you just like, I don't know. And there may be times where you say a lot of things and then you do stuff that do not live up to that. And even you be like, okay, well, why did I do that? I know that that's not what I'm trying to be. But again, focus, laser focus on where you want to go, how you want that to be. Every single day, this is your daily bread. Those words are so true. Your daily bread is something that you go after every day, that daily knowledge, every single day. Get yourself in alignment. Know what you're working for. Because when you don't, anything will throw you off. And it happened. This is not something that it's like a fix all one time. I have my goals and I get emotional too about a trade or something didn't go right or somebody I felt kind of rubbed the wrong way, and I have to stop by asking myself, okay, what was I upset about to make me even be upset at what they did? Take ownership, take responsibility for how you show up. But again, what's your goal? What's your focus? If you do not know that, that's going to be a problem. That is, if look around you and you see how it's a problem. And then also, the last thing is progress. When you get your goals, when you get your visions, when you're consistently showing up, be aware of every ounce of progress that's happening. We want things to change overnight. A lot of that past residue that we have going on, things are not going to change overnight for you because you're still trying to get out of those old habits. So it's not going to happen overnight. Be aware of all the progress that you are making. If you're just beginning, be aware of the progress of when you first started, you didn't know what a pip was. Now you do. When you first started, you couldn't get a stop loss. Now you do. When you first started, you didn't know what structure was. Now you do. That's progress. Progress in how you show up. You used to always sit there and just everything was a negative spin on everything. Now you have hope. That's progress. Yes, evolve. The faster you let go, the faster you move on. Yes. Yes. So again, be aware of the progress. Sometimes that your plan is so big, that vision is so big, and you may be watching people around you get theirs, but you can't get what they get. Their plan wasn't your plan. That was for them. When you look around, you seen everybody eating, and you wondering where your food at. You just gotta sip on your water, and just hold steady. Keep showing up. Because that was their order, wasn't yours. Yours is coming. You got to keep focused. Focused. Got to have a vision. Got to have a vision to be focused on. So again, focus, show up, have a vision. Every day, be aware and do some type of work that keeps you focused on that vision. I do gratitude. I do my vision. I do some spiritual work reading. Be aware of your progress. Celebrate your progress. And just focus on you. Because I'm telling you, even as a parent, when you focus on you showing up big, it trickles down to your children watching you show up big. It trickles down to everybody around you seeing you show up. It trickles around. Like they all are uplifted by that. A lot of times we allow things around us to just take us out of it. And you just not being aligned is not going to help anybody else be aligned. Vision, focus, show up, daily practice, notice of success, repeat. All right, so this has been your mindset with Mahogany Jones. Have something that you read. I always recommend Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. That's something that is just not for trading. It's just mindset, period, but it does focus on trading. Read that, listen to it, download the PDF, buy the book, listen to it on YouTube. I just definitely recommend that, because being a trader, like he says, I don't care if you're a doctor, a lawyer, it's not about how smart you are. It's about your mindset. Mario talked about it. Your emotions, your thought process about money. That's what's losing the trade. It's not the other stuff. Once you get the skill set, then you'll know. Once you get that skill set, you'll know that your mindset is the biggest culprit. Okay? All right, Gwen, I am done. Anybody, if you guys have any questions for me, definitely reach out to me. Please don't ask about my my template. That's something that I created for myself. You can definitely create one for yourself. It's very easy and simple. You can Google for something. But if you have any questions about trading or mindset, definitely reach out to me. Are you there, Gwen? If she's not, then if there's somebody want to mark up a chart, or are we done for tonight? You guys are very, very, very welcome. If you guys want to unmute and say anything, you're very welcome to do that as well.
Thank you, Mahogany.
You're welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks, Mahogany. I appreciate the mindset.
Yep, you taught us a lot, and Gwen, you definitely taught us a lot tonight too. Thank you for bringing Marios on. It's always a pleasure to watch him. He's always in top form.
Yes. Mario is another person about mindset. Did you see that he wasn't just talking about market up charts? He threw mindset all up in there. So I think this is going to be the end of our session tonight of Gwen. If nobody has any questions or nobody wants to personally mark up some charts. There's somebody trying to talk. Mindset is only the hardest part if you allow it to be hard.
And thank you, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming out.
Thanks for the mindset. Great as always.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And thanks to Mario adding all that value.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. It was a pleasure having all of you. We had so many wonderful people tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you. God bless every one of you. Hopefully, you will everyone be a successful trader.
Video is always posted in Telegram in about 24 hours or more. So more than likely Saturday night, this video will be posted in Telegram. Is that what you were asking?
Yes.
So it'll be.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it should be posted tomorrow night in Telegram. By tomorrow night in Telegram.
Okay.
Okay, you guys have an awesome, awesome night.
You too.
You too, Mahogany. Bye-bye.
Likewise.
Thank you. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Night, everyone.
Good night.